Hey, here we go. So we're back on the 3-5 account, which is the one we rolled right before at the end of last episode. And oh, it looks like it's a relatively peaceful opponent. Okay, so let's see. Let's go peaceful. Let's just extend here. This seems pretty big. Oh, okay. I guess we'll go back to the peaceful opening. I mean, if my opponent extends like this, I don't really have anything useful to do, so I pretty much just have to go for the more peaceful openings. But it's actually good because I basically get two 3-4 and small knights and corner enclosures, and that's worth quite a lot of value. Just pincer this, I guess. It doesn't really matter too much what we do there, but we could also have attached. Now, this diagonal, though, generally you want to avoid because the 3 point. I've never seen that before. The 3 point is just too comfortable for black, so it's not going to be a good result for white. White chose just to and connect. Interesting. Now I'm sort of facing a weird decision. I can live in Gote, but I think it's probably more efficient if I cut and pressure white back. Then in that case, I won't have to protect immediately. And my feeling tells me, my intuition tells me that I will be slightly more efficient compared to just protecting right away. Hopefully that's actually the case, we'll see. So here we're turning and we're putting some pressure on the white stones. I think we'll just go for the one space here. Now, am I worried that this will die? Not particularly. I think we'll just attach. This is the cleanest way. And then I just attach and pull back in Sente. And then I have to just descend here. This should be the cleanest way to live. I don't think I'll have any issues here. And what's good about this is that white capturing is actually Gote. So I actually get this clamp, which feels quite good. Now white has to keep protecting against this. Okay. And then I think I want to play this one to really take the left side. I don't really want white to slide under. It is quite weak here, but I think at the moment I shouldn't worry. Oh, I can double Hane. Aha. All right, that's actually a good move. Oh, white clamped. I think I just connect here. I can even Tiger Smith. Actually, the double Hane would have been quite good for white. But now this result, I'm not worried about at all. I'm quite happy with this. Double Hane seems a little stubborn for white right now. I don't think white can gain anything from this. Might even be close to dying. But who knows? It could be okay for white. Yeah, so at this point, when black connects the stone back, it's Sente. Oh, 100%. That was quite a quick one. So I guess they just didn't feel like they had enough going there. So the shape I was mentioning here is the diagonal. Generally, you don't want to play this because the corner is wide open. So after black invades and lives, this move is quite inefficient. So next time when your opponent pincers you like this, you should actually descend. Some people kick and jump out. I think that's generally considered to be okay as well. Or you can just descend like that. You can also attach, and that has some more variations associated. Black might try to live in the corner by extending. So you will have to play that at your own risk. So generally you descend or you attach. Okay, let's roll the next opening. And we get a 4, which is the mini Chinese. I keep getting white on this account for some reason. We have 10 wins so far. Now, these openings that start with black are so annoying because I always get white. Let's do a 2-space pincer then, because this is actually one of the micro Chinese opening corners. Oh, my opponent did a counter pincer. Maybe we should just fight this. I'll just kick and jump. That should be pretty normal continuation. And we'll just see. Huh, my opponent ignored. I think jumping up is worth a move. We start the fight, and it's not like black at Tanuki. I'd be pretty happy to kill it and enclose. Yeah, so I guess this is a little bit tricky. Just keep pressuring black a little bit. Okay. So this is actually generally pretty good direction for white. Because when we run out, white's gaining more and more over here. I think black's strategy has a pretty big problem. So first I can actually push and peep, and that would make this into a very bad shape. And then when I play this move, this whole shape is still kind of awkward. And this whole group is still under pretty intense attack. I can just keep blocking this, and black needs to make sure this lives, which takes a lot of effort. So even as after black made those exchanges, this group is not alive yet. So I guess I better demonstrate that. Let's see. I think this will benefit white. And just Hane on top. Now this is definitely dead, but black will try to probably attack the corner. Isn't this just going to help my outside? This is a huge problem for black because right now there's only a Gote eye. And that's definitely not enough, because if black makes a Gote eye, white just takes away the eye on the bottom. Now, this liberty is important. Do I just Atari this? I mean, even if this lives now, Black has lost this game. Alright. No, like even if this lives now, Black's definitely lost. Okay, so now we just use our influence and completely obliterate everything else Black has. Okay, one space extension. So this is actually a thing. When you have the Chinese opening set up, you can actually play the one space extension and white approaches and then just Hane that way. So it is a thing. And I didn't want to choose that variation, so I just decided to expand myself. I couldn't find a really good move at that point. Wow, let me capture this. I think I don't feel like fighting a Ko now. It's too much effort. So I think I'm just gonna play normal. Let's clamp and get a little more here. Might not be the best idea to let Black get the first move in this location. So I can get a Hane in. Wonder how helpful that would be. I'm gonna attach first. Do I go for the Hane? It's okay. I don't think I need to Hane. I just keep jumping. So this is good for me because I'm just reducing all of Black's points. I don't think Black is getting really good direction here. That's why when you have like immense thickness, the game is just so easy. Because here White has all this left territory, right? But now really Black's not gonna get that much anymore. And this stuff is definitely not gonna be enough to go up against all of White's potentials. Should we connect? Connect first. See how Black responds to this, and then I'm gonna choose my next move. I guess we'll just descend then, and then Hane back. Oh, I could have just pushed and cut actually. I went too easy on Black there. So this entire group is quite weak. Again, White's gonna get a lot by attacking it, just like pretty much exactly what happened in the bottom left. I don't even have to attack it super hard though. Whenever you're attacking, you have to be careful with protecting your own stones. So now I'm just being a little bit more careful with protecting my own stones. Yeah. Now that the middle value is not that big, I don't think I'm going to kill this. So I'm just going to profit a little bit more on the right side. Hold on and connect. Okay. Just gonna make sure all my connections are good. Not gonna give black any major weaknesses to go for. I'll just protect everything. I think I'll just connect this at this point. And then just let black... Oh, black wants the stone. Another situation with a lot of choices. I guess I'll just connect this stone back. I don't have to worry about life and death because I have a lot of ice space left. Yeah, so black's pretty much alive. But I doubt black will have any points. Disconnect this. Yeah, so basically I didn't really play very aggressive moves. I'm just kind of paying attention to all my groups. Also major directions, and then not letting black get any value, which all of that added together is a pretty good way to use the influence that I built up earlier. So I think I'm just going to pressure black a little more here. To finish some variations off. That way I won't have to worry about... Okay, this attachment. Okay, I'm just gonna get my points and just make sure I don't lose any of those. Yeah, so black's alive. That's not entirely surprising. Just to make sure I get the bigger endgames. Now, this is a big test for black, because black doesn't really want to use the first line descend. This is a bit of a problem for black. It looks like my opponent wasn't very careful here. So why is this a problem? Well, yeah, black needs to descend Sente. But even with that, it's a Seki locally. And now the corner already lost a lot of territory. Yep, so it's locally a Seki. So the corner looks kind of dangerous actually. Maybe there's like ways to probe even more. Probably not. I'm pretty happy with just pushing in twice. I might as well just respond to these things. There's no point in trying to kill it and going for any risk. Yeah, at this point, white is winning by too much. So right now, if white plays this diagonal, this whole black group on the right side will be dead. Just connect. Black is really going for too much, trying to kill my group here. Yeah, so one move definitely lives for the top right group. With these codes, it's actually always good habit to capture them first. Because you really waste your opponent's co-threats when you do that. Black is trying to go for aggressive sequence, which makes a lot of sense now. I think let's just block this. Just let him have everything. It's really, there's no point. I mean, sure, the right group has a lot of liberties, but not infinite number of liberties. It's just a boxy 5. So, yeah, it's already dead. Are we really gonna race this or something? Also have a ko here, so... I could even make... This is alive. This is game over for sure. Yep. But the winning like these really aggressive moves by Black just now, they're really good strategies right now because Black knows that they're behind and Black knows that they have to do this. Yep. So that's why you really have to make sure your groups are really strong. That's related to making good shape and taking big moves. What do I do now? Okay, so I'm gonna decline the rematch, but yeah, this is an interesting influence game. But it really shows that even if you have super strength like this, you still have to be very careful when you're in a mid-game fight, because with every group you have to make sure that they're strong enough before you put pressure on your opponent. So I think that was a very cool illustration of that. All right, cool. So let's see what we have next. Back to 3-5. Gotta love the 3-5 openings. I've mentioned this probably a lot of times, but I love the Taisha Joseki. It's one of the Josekis I've studied a lot, and mainly because I like most of the variations for white. So I've always had a good success rate with these. And one of my favorite variations is this extension, because this really, there's a lot of tricky stuff associated with it. So this is actually one of the better responses by Black. Okay, not anymore, because this Hane. Now, if Black pulled back, then that would have been one of the best responses by Black. But Black made that mistake right at the end there. I can extend one more time. I think it's worth it. Yeah. And then capture. This can't be playable for black. It's all dead. Yeah, this can't be playable. Right, so well, another successful Taisha, I guess. I think I still owe you guys that video explaining the Taisha. Honestly, it's not something that I put off. This time it's actually something I did think about, but it's really hard to fit these in one video. There's just so much, just too many things to think about, and then with like my recent scheduling, it's so hard to spend a lot of time on Go in one sitting. So that's why I haven't really made that video yet. I have planned it for a while, and I have made some progress on it. So it's there. It hasn't been forgotten. This trade can't be good for black, right? Even if black does get that Atari, white just captures the top. Also, this left side, these black stones are kind of just hanging out and chilling there. They're gonna be very weak very soon. So in general, like, this is pretty, yeah, this game is pretty much over. Yeah, anyway, Taisha video. I don't want to say soon. I want to say at some point. It'll be there. I'm just going to extend out because I want to put some pressure on the black group. When black protects it, it will give me extra moves in the middle. Then it will naturally kind of contribute to the game flow. So it's going to be helpful for me to have that. Do I connect here? This type of decision making has always been a little bit annoying. I guess I can extend, right? I think extending will be a little bit better. No, just take the points here is definitely gonna be good. Isn't this like the most basic Tsuji? The Ghost Tsuji. So it's when you have the two stones and then you throw in extra time. It's quite a common one in these types of corners. And also on the side, there's a shape that's very similar to this. I've always called this the big head ghost because I learned Go in China and that's what people called it. But you guys can tell me in the comments what you call this shape on the bottom. It's quite a common one, so it's very much worth it to learn. I think I can treat that as a gote, so I'm just going to approach this now. Yeah, I mean, this game is pretty much still over. Ah, right, so this is actually another thing that I've wanted to point out. This is probably the most It's the easiest simplification for any like two space pincer. A lot of people don't really like this that much because you do get peeped into this dumpling shape. But actually, it's not that bad for white. I mean, like, you probably lose half a point by playing this. It is the shape that Gyosegin liked for black, which probably was why a lot of people don't like this for white. But you barely lose any points, and you get to avoid all these complicated... Wow, what is this? Okay, wow, attach, okay. Aggressive. We're definitely on Fox. Do I add a... I'm gonna... Maybe I'll just capture this. It's actually worth the move, some points. And also there's a little bit of annoying Aji here with like the jump and stuff, so I'm just gonna get rid of that now. Yeah, I think turning is quite big. The jump is a lot of points. And with 100% I here, I can always get another one on the bottom. So I'm not really worried about this group dying. So my opponent's gonna try to play a ko here. I don't think... Connect! You can just tell how surprised I am by my tone of voice. Really? That's like saying I hate points. Isn't that what black is saying with that? It's like, I don't want any points. What are points? Okay, well, let's just take some points here. I think I'm gonna get the connection. It's quite big. It's not a small move here. And my group is already alive, so I'll just let black jump in. Yeah, this move is quite important because this side, black is also quite weak, so it will not allow black to play aggressive moves against, well, in the center in general. So, looks like we're going into endgame, but I don't think counting is necessary here. White's definitely way ahead right now. Also, yeah, in this case, you pretty much never have to worry about your opponent going for a center. There are like 15 places that leak, and it's just pretty much impossible for black to get anywhere with trying to enclose a center like this. It's like gonna be 10 points max. And I'll show you in a minute. This type of center moyo stuff it's not moyo. This is definitely just no man's land here. And that's only because white has relatively strong shape. Like if you have centers that, if white is weak anywhere, then it is quite possible that black will be able to get forcing moves, and then I am Sente alive. Yeah, so I was saying, yeah, if white has any weak group, then it would be possible to build, but with white strong everywhere, it's just not possible. And I'm just connected here, so I don't know why my opponent's trying to go for a kill here. Okay, so we're gonna just maybe descending is easier. Okay, we'll just kill this. All right. Okay, so pretty smooth game. Started with the Taisha. All right. Now, yeah, so I was saying that this was probably one of the better variations for black. If black just pulls back, white jumps, and then extends one more, black will live pretty easily here, and then white would live in the corner, and white would have a little bit of influence. I still like this slightly better for white, but I think it's relatively even and simple. With Taisha, it's pretty easy to fall into the bigger traps, especially if you extend or something like that. So, nice move is a recommended move. Okay, so I think that will be it for today. I'm going to see what we got next. And, oh, perfect. Perfect. So, in the next episode, we're going to be back on 6th God on the 9th Dan account and see what we get. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one.